today I will present to you why you should tip your server. According to Brainerd and the article, The Tipping Point, millions work for less than the minimum wage, but tips make up the difference for many. There are 3.3 million people that are involved in a job where tipping is a source of their income. Now, 60% of these people are waiters or waitresses. I have been a server for 4 years now, and I will continue to do so until I finish my education. This is because I enjoy where I work and I love the staff I work with. Other servers can agree with me. According to a questionnaire posted in New York Times, Jennifer Rossman was asked why she stayed at the diner she was with for 10 years. She simply answers that the whole staff is like a family to her. Like I said, I can relate to this because I love who I work with, but my job is not always the best thing out there. So first I will be going over the need for tipping. According to Escher and Nash, and the case for tipping and unrestricted tip pooling, at restaurants, tip pooling may occur within the waitstaff. Therefore, the server will not receive the full tip from the customer. Again, I have been a server for 4 years, so I know this is true. At the job I work at right now, we do tip out a certain percent throughout the whole restaurant. So out of my total sales of the day or night, I tip out a 0.03% to back of the house, which is considered the bussers, the expos, and the hosts. And I will also be tipping out a 0.05% towards liquor sales, which goes to the bartender. Now, I do feel that this is fair because as a restaurant, we're supposed to work together, which we do. But a lot of customers do not understand that on their $100 check, when they tip me 20%, a 0.08% of that tip goes towards other people. So next I will tell you how your tip is beneficial towards us servers. According to Kavashnika and what motivates restaurant customers to tip, the most important reason for tipping, both in the United States and Canada, was to reward waiters for their service. Now, this can happen, hopefully more than often, but a lot of customers tip us verbally. So, they say, oh, you do a great job, but here's your 10% tip. We aren't very fond of that, obviously. So, according to Rothberg, A Tip Worth Remembering, the author expressed that she realized that her tip did not base upon her service. When the speed of the food coming out, the taste, the temperature, that all reflected her tip. So no matter how hard she worked, if something bad happened during their experience, she was the result of getting a bad tip. As a server, I try my best to be attentive and serve my customers the way that I would want to be treated. I find it so rewarding when I make a customer's night and they tip me accordingly and tell me how wonderful I did at my job. So next, I want to look into how you can keep tips a thing. According to USA Today, and keep tipping but raise the $2.13 minimum for servers, tipping has come to an end in some restaurants in New York. That's crazy. New Yorkers find this move distasteful. 55% of them are not fond of it, and 36% favored it in a poll. So what they're doing is they're raising the price of the food to compensate the workers, and I don't feel that that's very fair. It'd be great to know that you're going to have an annual income, you're going to know you're going to get paid, but I feel that that would make me go into my job with not the best intentions. So therefore, if I, did a really good job or did a really bad job, I'm still going to get money for it. And I don't feel like I'd want to work for a company that did that. Also, I do not receive a paycheck at the job I work at now. So whenever, like I said, I get paid around $5 an hour. But if I make more than that in tips, I will not see that paycheck whatsoever in a 40-hour week. So finally, it's not always the server's fault. So, the server may be at fault for some things, but not always everything. And I don't feel like you should punish them for that. The server's income may be based off the tip that you give them. And I think that you should tip your server upon their attentiveness. A lot of servers enjoy their job, and we strive to make customers have a great experience when they come and dine in a restaurant. Being a waitress is my income. It pays for my bills, my housing, my food, everything. It supports me. So I never take my job for granted. And I always get told by customers how wonderful I am at my job. I mean, the customer is always right anyways.